but you do not have a lot of control as well. Like we could see a couple of fights if they don't execute their team fights well. Like if they don't use Exo and Tombstone and Ravage together, it could just be a very similar game to what we saw earlier on. Because they can just song to reset.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you see Exo pop, song, dip out. Tombstone, song, dip out. Like that is actually maybe another big reason why they picked the Naga. So
yeah.
I like the Bright Draft.
I do too. I think TZY, he needs to go Meteor Hammer, he needs to go Pipe, and then Blink Dagger after that. You know, just to be able to protect if they're going in onto you. That Pipe obviously giving you a ton of value, makes you, I don't want to say unkillable, but a lot harder to be able to take out. And it's all about getting this early pressure onto the map before the Naga Siren is really able to get into a groove.
So... do we think there could there be a fast-paced kind of tempo from Cactus with this Nature's Prophet and with the Exo being able to take objectives? Is that where they can look to get a lot of map control and build an early net worth lead?
That plus Meteor Hammer is going to be the important thing. And again, you've got to remember they're playing on Radiant, so you can't let the Dire farm the Dire jungle. That's the downside, right? Oh. You've got a Naga Siren, you've got a Leshrac, you've even got a Primal Beast to be able to play around with. What are we owing about?
Do you like TZ going Meteor when you have these two heroes? Well, why do you feel like he's going Meteor?
You just want to stay in the lane for as long as possible, and it's going to give you a little bit of that mana regeneration. You basically act like an old school Timbersaw. Just boot someone out of the lane because you can't farm into it.
I hope he goes Pipe.
Yeah, me too. I want it to be Meteor, Pipe, Blink.
Okay. So I like what they've done with,
putting Jumi up
I think
top
the Clockwork has a lot, Clockwork has a lot of value in this bottom lane. You destroy the Primal Beast with the mini stuns, you don't get a lot of value out of your Onslaught and your Trample. And Clockwork versus Rubik is really nice as well, where you just run him down and you force him just to Fade Bolt the support instead of trying to get the nuke onto the range creep, so...
Imitator's got to be careful with his pathing though. He's even going to get some body blocks off to help the creeps keep up with him. Was at least able to get that block off onto the camp though. That's a lot of damage. Really, all you want though is your NP to start to get a lot of this early farm, especially if it means denying a wave farm from the Primal Beast. But obviously that's not the case. He's right underneath his own tower, so he'll be just fine.
Why do we... Oh my god, wait, why is Roche not hitting him?
He wants Tusk.
Dude, that was an awesome shot. I thought Roche was going to start smacking the Undying while he was in the pit, but it's not going to matter. Why do we feel like Radiant are pulling this lane up top?
I'll be honest, I don't know. Do they feel like they could just deny a little bit of the Naga experience? They want to try and force a one-on-one matchup between TZY and Hart because he feels like he's able to deal with that a little bit easier. And, you know, one-on-one Undying Tusk, you'd have to feel is pretty Undying favored against another Strength hero with 12 Strength stolen.
Okay.
Because Naga wants to get all of these creeps if she can. Tusk, it's nice for him to get the last hits, but more importantly, the experience. But I really feel like it's just slowing the game down a little bit for the Naga Siren, which is what you really want, right? You don't want Naga to get out of control before your push can take over.
Sure. It's going to be a lot of that. I think that was a full wave completely denied away from the Naga, so...
Yep.
See, Hart was forced to try and farm some of the hard camp, but over to mid lane for the moment. Butterfly Effect, I think this is arguably one of his top 3 heroes. A very long time ago when he was on iG.Vitality, they loved giving him the Death Prophet, so something that is back in the meta and something that he knows how to play to a very high level. But how does it match up versus the Leshrac? Do we feel like Phoenix is going to have a pretty good time?
I think Phoenix will have a fine time. You know, he never really needs to get in range for those Spirit Siphons to truly have an impact. This is going to be a farm trading lane. Nothing too exciting, I don't think.
When does that change, though, between these two? Well, when are we going to see it not be a farm lane anymore?
Maybe it's going to be a little bit more on the back of like when Irving feels confident to be able to fight. Like again, you're into a Clockwork lane, so good luck trying to find that sort of situation, but it could be something as simple as, hey, Clock doesn't have mana, let's make a move. Or
Bottom
like
lane.
this. Yep, no mana. They make a move.
Pop is hang on. Whoa. Jumi goes down. They're nice denying the tombstone at least for TZY, but not expecting that.
No, I'm trying to see how he died. It was just like a bunch of right clicks coming through from the Naga. The Riptides really started to come in, but again, this Riptide is it's magical damage, but really those illusions themselves shouldn't be doing that much with TZY, just that anchor smash in the face. This isn't a kill lane, no point in going into the gush, so you're going to be able to deal with them quite well. Can't even say it's a tactical death either. Wasn't able to refill the water, the bottle. There was a water room for that. Still makes it TP towards mid, but giving over that first blood to a Naga Siren is a dream.
So what does Jumi do in this lane now? Because Tide's going to be fine. So what do you feel like the Undying's role is? He just maybe looking to make some stacks and rotate mid to secure some of the runes?
Looks like he's trying to pull, but yeah, I would certainly look to make stacks. To me, it's the faster you can look to get this DP and Tide Hunter in particular, they're going to go on him.
And yeah, look at that. Hard. As soon as Jumi re-enters the lane, they instantly start to play aggressive. At beautiful shards. And they've got the tag teaming down multiple illusions on top for Jumi. Still, the anchor smash is stopping a lot of the damage. In fact, they might be able to turn on to Heart. They don't have the gush to slow him down even further.
Would have been a disaster if he went down again, but Jumi, with that tombstone dropped the second it came off cooldown, wasn't going to be the case. They're going to look to try and get a pick off onto him while he ventures forward to try and make this pull happen, because they know they're trying to push in the wave. Or slightly off the mark with the shards. Can he get away now? Not quite.
Yes. Another kill for Hard as well at this top lane. So a very good start is the Naga Siren. And that means the Undying's not going to be around to secure that first power rune. So Undying, he can freely look to rotate. Going to be top or bottom. It will be top. So Phoenix is going to get a refill thanks to the Invis.
Probably one of the least ideal runes to get at this stage, but you'll take it. It's an active rune to be able to play around with, and well, again, clockwork going down. It's just about playing around that battery assault timing, right? Either not having the mana to use it, or or not having it off cooldown.
We do have the potential for our first exorcism of the game. Would we like to see it around mid, especially with the two supports here, or do we want Butterfly Effect to maybe go top?
Well, there's no need. Tide's about to take top with the Meteor Hammer. He's tanking up a lot of these right clicks from the tower because of the Kraken Shell. He's got a bunch of tankers available. I think the ideal situation would have been that they preserve the siege creep in the mid lane, and then Tide actually makes a rotation to be able to take it. Yes, it gives Naga a little bit of time free in the lane, but just to open up the map by taking that mid tower, that's much more important.
Okay.
Oh.
Coming pause.
Oh.
Incoming another pause.
Oh. Carly.
You always know another pause. As soon as if someone pauses accidentally, then unpauses straight away, another one's coming. There's always kind of the respect. Sorry guys, G, are we good to go? Sorry guys, sorry sir.
Heart's doing the right thing, cutting the wave, just not laning with the Tide Hunter, continuing to sit him up top of the net worth charts. I think Tide needs to just continue to stick up top now, up until he gets the Arcane Boots, and then go mid, secure that, get a cloak, get a pipe, get a blink, try and end the game off of that.
Okay. By that stage, at least, we're going to probably see the Ravage as well, more than likely leveled up when he has the Arcane, so be a great usage of his ultimate in conjunction with Butterfly Effects to help maybe get a kill and the tower as well. Bottom lane Irving's in a lot of trouble here with the Dino. Trample himself away. They're putting pretty much all the emphasis on securing Phoenix and stopping that eventual push that will come out shortly from Cactus.
I don't know if it's that shortly, though. I think they can just look to hold on to it for now. Again, TZY, he's got the boots coming out. He bought a Clarity and a TP scroll, so He just wants, he knows he's unkillable at this stage. It's just about where can I find the most farm to be able to get into this next item so that I can actually be a presence for the rest of my team, because you can't leave the Naga Siren for too long on her own. For now, it's fine. She's going to get out of control, though, if you don't make these quick attempts. And look at Summer.
Mid lane, look at this. They know it TP'd somewhere. They just got a glimpse. So Phoenix has had some time to react to this. Butterfly Effect won't continue to chase, but like you said, they'll just force him away. They got a great cliff ward as well over to the right side, so they're also going to see the rotation starting to come out from Bright. So as a result, Imitator, he's going to be killed down before the rest of the team was able to connect. Dying's going to try and drag the way, but they've still got to creep in. I mean, regardless, the tower's going to go down even with that attempt. So very nicely done early on from Cactus. They've been able to open up the map now.
They know where they need to fight into, right? Like that observer ward, it's going to get dewarded, but who cares, right? We've taken the tier 1 tower. We've enabled ourselves to be able to make these aggressive plays. Clock still only level 3, which is probably the one downside for Cactus so far, but you know, they're going to feed him over the tome. They're going to make sure that he gets a lot of these levels from the bottom side as well. So they can look to eventually invade into, well, there's actually starting to be some stacks built up. Not getting the successful stack though, was Imitator.
Hard is, he's got to commit. Might
Zombies!
Get oh no, oh, he didn't kill the tombs! Oh. Oh no.
You know, you can't sing and hit at the same time. It's a common weakness of the human body, or the fish body. They've even got the ability to respond down bottom if they want. Ravage is available. Cancelling the TP though.
I can't, sorry, are you trolling or am I wrong? I'm almost...
No, I'm trolling.
Okay, dude, I'm like for a second, am I wrong with my mechanics here? Okay. I wanted to clarify because then I didn't want to look silly through the rest of the game. Fucking, he got me.
I boomed him.
But damn it. Did you, what? You boomed me. Butterfly Effect? So this is that build, well, actually hold that thought, they will actually catch up to Undying with Summer tip. Very nice shards. And he's
probably going to be able to
survive. Yes, it did.
Nicely done.
So with that time, unless they want to instantly go, no, they're not going to kill TZY. Is Phoenix down here? Okay, they might actually, they need the Lesh. With Lesh here, TZY is very vulnerable. He's got a cloak, close to the tower, could use a defensive Ravage. Oh, the Kraken Shell gets rid of the Split Earth, it's not going to matter though.
He stopped using it though. He stopped using the Ravage. Maybe just saying, the clock said I didn't have TP, so they didn't feel confident. You gotta love when a player goes the exact build that you said though, don't you?
Yeah, no, it's a great call. You pipe Blink queued up. But that is an even bigger kill though for Bright, being able to get rid of, like, Tide is acting as this tower defender. That is the person you have to bring multiple members to deal with bottom. Let's see if he's going to be able to TP back to the lane though. They won't be able to bring it down at a rate before the Tidehunter's back alive. So tower still will be up for Cactus.
Doesn't get the last hit on the siege creep. Oh well.
So
now you got the hook shot available though, and I'm sure the call is going to be, please don't let yourself be caught out without a TP again, because I probably shouldn't have died there. It's very important for me to get into this pipe just so that we can group up before Naga gets out of control. So yeah, I think the call is going to be play away from me, but...
This is a lot of information that Undying's given them. He saw both Undying and Fish King mid. So that means that Phoenix and Imitator can just run straight top for Summer. We've got the telekinesis drag back. He's a little bit too far away from the tower. Fish King's going to try and make the attempt. Got some one charges, but Summer's still going to go down. There'll be a rebuttal, but it's just not a worthwhile exchange in the end. So very nicely done from Bright. They're going to be able to get a big kill onto the carry Nature's Prophet, and they might be able to take away the Arcane Rune from Butterfly Effect.
I wonder, yeah, they're going to make another play bottom. They forced those TPs up top previously, so instantly Phoenix makes a play down bottom, looks to join together with the rest of the team. Is he going to go under vision at any point?
See, TZY. TPs? Ravage will now come out.
They don't have TPs.
The clockwork. Irving tries to juke over to the right side with the TP. Do they have the damage? They do. Jumi just gets the last swipe. So this time, I think last time they had 3 heroes, this time they only had 2, and it just was not enough with that defensive ravage from TZY.
And that's the thing as well. They had the TPs available on other heroes as well. They did not have TPs on Cactus because of that response up towards the top side. So yeah, they made the right move, just felt like they would have had a little bit more damage than was reality.
So I do want to speak about the Death Prophet build, because something you brought up, the potential of him going the Crypt Swarm talent. It looks more than likely, I'm pretty sure this is that build when you go Treads and Witchblade. That's going to be built into the Scepter as well eventually for Butterfly Effect. So I do believe he's going to go down that route like you were mentioning to address the Naga issues.
We'll see. I mean, Naga hasn't opted to go into a Diffusal Blade for herself, so she's just looking to maximize the farm. I think he's going a BKB first, but I'm not sure if you even... I guess you need it to stop a lot of the damage going back the other way still, right? But it's just about spam, spam, spam as much as possible. And if that's the case, would you not have gone the Arcane Boots instead of the Treads first, just to be able to have that disassemble for the Octarine or for the Aether Lens?
I think Treads is nicer with your farming speed on the damage. Yeah.
You make up that farm elsewhere.
I'm pretty sure this is... Hold that. Yeah, there we go. There's the jump. Fish King. He's not dying. Nice stroke all over the top. He's still going to kind of get pushed back with the cogs and... Not die, but die. Look at the pincer, though. Imitator's going to wrap behind them.
He's got the hood this time.
They want to deal with TZ by as soon as the Echo is activated. He's got a haste on Butterfly Effect, so he still will at least be able to chase down some of the members. But you were hoping for a little bit more value out of that ulti, so maybe he's going to look to try and farm top, because Summer's in some trouble. What was that attack range? Hang on. Butterfly Effect, can he get the turnaround? And he stuns. Well, just the DP, not going to have any. No one else is nearby.
He was in summer trouble. But you just saw how quickly they retreated from that mid lane, right? Exo, Tombstone dropped. Primal turns around, Phase Boots, Pigpole, out of there. You know, doesn't want any part of it at all. So they're just having a pretty good read on this game, how they need to take these fights in. Really, this game is going to come down to macro plays, right? Map movement. What can we force out of the enemy team to be able to make our next move? It's about like how you can just maneuver people around this map to be able to find yourself on the front foot, because both teams want to make aggressive plays, right? You want to make sure that you can take out this Tide Hunter before he gets into these big items. You want to make sure that you can take away their pushing potential so that Naga Siren is able to get huge. And she is the hero that this entire game is based around, right? Cactus's aggressive moves are based around not letting her farm. Bright's are around making sure that she can still farm.
And they're doing a great job at enabling her farm. Top of the net worth, that's a lot of it on the back of the early kills that she's been able to get, especially in the lane and some of the supports afterwards. Fish King, it's a pretty good spot to take the fight, but they're going to see Jumi and Butterfly Effect looking to veer their attention down to bottom. So with that high ground ward, they're not going to commit too heavily, getting the information that some of the boys were also coming. But it might reveal there's a ward there, and yep, great read as well from Cactus.
This double damage rune feels kind of nice for Butterfly Effect with that right-click build.
They're going to be able to roast very shortly. He's got level 2 in Exo and a coming off cooldown. You pop Flesh Goblin on Tombstone, unfortunately, but it's not even probably required for that roast. So they might need a kill though, because there's a threat of Dai still taking a fight with like Song and Lesh coming nearby. So and Dai have very good vision nearby as well. So you might need a smoke kill before you can attempt this.
They see where Heart's farming is the thing. Like if they can find a quick smoke and be able to lock in onto him, they've got decent potential to be able to kill him. I mean, you've got the 1 point in the silence now, right? Hook shot coming off cooldown, Wrath of Nature, 20 seconds away, but you can TP in 5. Instead, Heart, that's the thing. You just take a little bit too long, and well, they're still going to pop the Exo.
So this is the thing about taking a fight around Roche, where you can't retreat if everything's committed. You might be able to Song to steal it, but you're not going to be able to avoid them. Might try it on dying.
Oh, he's
a little bit too late. And now he's fed to the wolves. See you, brother. So Undyne's going to go down. And this is overall how, like what we just saw then, if they are using their spells to get objectives, Dai cannot use this kiting to avoid all the abilities. That's kind of going to be the big thing. Cactus, for these tier 2 towers, we're going to need to see the Exos and everything committed to bring that down because, right, you're probably going to have to look for a trade across the map. You can't song and reset.
They found the real one. Ooh, having to be very careful with that movement back. He's just trying to be as much of an illusion as possible. Might be the case.
Do you think they can fight knowing that Exo is on cooldown into this Aegis?
I think they want the BKB on Primal. They want his level 12 as well, just for that little bit of extra damage coming through from the Pulverize. Looking to try and push in that bottom side. I think this is one tower that they're just going to have to give up. They're trying to slow it down as much as possible, though.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like the supports will be able to do it for too long, unfortunately. Got to be cautious because there's even a ward to scout them out on the retreat. Fish King onto Undyne. Imitator's blocked in the tree line as well, so they're more than likely going to get both the supports here. They are getting pretty close to the tower, but with Phoenix TPing in, he's just going to be idly watching by.
Nice little bonus coming through there, being able to pick up those couple of supports. I mean, again, they were doing the right thing, right? They're just trying to slow the game down until you get into the next item. Hart is holding on to a lot of gold, and he finally queues up the Skadi for himself. Feels pretty decent, right? Going up against the Tide. DP, Nature's Prophet, makes it a little bit easier to be able to run away as well. Of course,
it's a great Skadi game.
His role's going to need to change pretty shortly after picking that one up. He needs to play a lot more on the front lines. I really want to see him go the 15 strength talent as well, just so that you can make a little bit more space for your Lesh and your Primal Beast to be the main damage dealers for now.
This has got to be a concern, though. It seems like Cactus with this Aegis are going to go just tower after tower after tower. Like, they are just instantly mid. All the lanes are in a pretty good position. I think
that's why Heart's pushing bottom as well. They're just looking to at least make it only 2 lanes that are completely pushed out, not the third, but you can just backdoor that bottom tier 1. Don't ask me what that means.
I'm not going to ask you. So it does seem kind of obvious, right, what the next move is going to be for Cactus. You're going to take this tier 2 mid, and you're probably going to look to get control of triangle then to the bottom tier 1 and bottom tier 2 as well. Do we feel like Dire can try and get some vision set up and like spring a trap around that area, or do you just look to play on the top side of the map instead?
I really feel like they're not capable of fighting until they've got BKBs, is the thing, right? Like, they've got okay stuns, they've got okay silences, but it's just about, I mean, more cores, more supports dying, but you just don't want anything to stop Irving from running in. You don't want anything to stop Leshrac from running in. They're trying to split up the map as much as possible, but he might actually get caught out here by, I was about to say that the Tusk just TPs back in time. Nature's Prophet doesn't look to fully connect in onto him until he does. Okay. But he's getting closer, right? Nature's Prophet has to be careful with his courier micro, though. Ooh, the quick nav recipe.
And wait, what? Let's see what they can do off the back of the respawn. Summer's in a lot of trouble, though. His positioning, no one's playing in front of him. A Ravage will come out to protect, but Irving activates the BKB, turns around with the Pulverize. The retreat needs to be caught as soon as they see the stolen Ravage. Imitator, is it going to be enough for them at the moment? Butterfly Effect is still charging forward. Won't be able to get the kill into the valuable members of the Naga in particular. Looks like Irving, he wants to make amends for this. Gets into the middle. Phoenix has got a lot of mana to work with as well on the Lesh track, but the silence is going to prevent the spell follow-up, and now the hookshot's back available for Fish King. They're just fighting into the Exo. One by one, they run in, and one by one, they die in the meat grinder.
Probably a kill that shouldn't have happened to be able to start things off, but, you know, occasionally you get out of position. Maybe he was just looking at his career, trying to micro that one. He was playing underneath an observer ward the entire time, pretty much. So, you know, they get a valuable kill, but who was the one that ended up picking it up?
Is this so the Nature's Prophet kill?
Yeah, Irving. Yeah. Okay. Could be better, could be worse. I mean, he did have an Aghanim Scepter queued up previously, but I really feel like they sense that it's time for the Naga to start to get a little bit more involved. She's got the Skadi, she's going into the Heart next, just because, again, they are lacking those ways to be able to deal with the illusions. I'm still just keeping an eye out on Butterfly Effect, seeing what talent he goes at that level 15. Has that given away anything? I I don't think it has. Like, you still got a bunch of kills. Yeah, you give up one. It sucks. But you got the tower. The kill didn't go over to the Naga Siren. They didn't get a ton of levels off of it. I think it's still okay.
Yep. It will be a minute, though, where Bright should be fine, like with Ravage and Exo on cooldown, so... Which is a huge minute, especially for the Lesh and the Dino, considering how behind they are. They're kind of struggling to keep up. Maybe too expected with the Naga Siren, with how much you just suck across the map, but... Phoenix with this BKB is very shortly is going to be much safer to run inside the middle of these team fights.
Rubik's got the shard queued up. I like it. He's considering finishing up the Glimmer Cape first. Not sure how much value that's going to give. It's not like they have an overwhelming amount of magic damage coming through on Cactus right now. I feel like that single target save is going to give you so much more value this game, as well as the potential to steal that Spirit Siphon and get Fears going back the other way as well. You can already see, like, these Naga illusions are starting to be annoying. It takes a while for Butterfly Effect to take them out. Oh, he went the Crypt Swarm cooldown.
Imagine Shiva's into Ags, I think, for DP.
Shiva's Ags Octarine is what I want to see.
Yep. Even without the Aegis, they're going to get the T1 tower down bottom, and they might look to go for that Tier 2 as well. They've got all their ultimates back at the ready. This is, of course, still giving Dai an opportunity to be able to find their farm. EasyY has an Egg Shard now completed, which I really like. We were mentioning kind of the lack of control from Cactus, so... got that now to work with. Still a bit of a cooldown, but nonetheless, it's something.
We're a fan of the Tendi.
Yes, we are. Some playmaking potential even more, so there we go. Went the gush damage as well, so I wonder if he considers about a Scepter, which he might need before the refresher. He's going to lack some mana, especially with Meteor and Pipe, but... they smoked and he just used the tenders. He's just practicing. He's just trying to...
he wants to see how fast it comes out. It's pretty slow, man. It is incredibly slow, so you got to be on point. It's basically like a post-Ravage stun.
Look at the positioning. Undying, very peculiar with the toss. Maybe trying to pop a smoke, see some TPs. Oh, he'll do just that. Drags TCY.
Oh, no. Okay.
He won't get out. So, smoke just for the Tusk. You're pretty happy with that. Continuing to stall the game out. Heart's almost got his heart, and...
Primal's wearing mismatched shoes right now.
Interesting.
Some streetwear, some business casual.
Which one's the business casual?
The boots are bearing.
Why?
Because of the flavor text. Resplendent footwear. You wouldn't call business casual that.
No, you would not at all.
That's right. I got an answer for every situation. I was going to make up some bullshit about, like, you're going to bear the weight of something on your back. I don't know.
That may have worked.
Yeah.
Fall for that one as well.
Doesn't take much to impress you, I understand.
No, I'm an easily impressed guy. Not by you, though. Not often.
Always by me. Every single day.
You say some weird shit sometimes.
Yeah, but it does mean you're not impressed by me. All right, what are they going to do next is really the main question that needs to be answered. I think that's a BKB now coming out for summer, so he's going to be saying, well, hopefully I don't get caught out again in that situation. Glipnir onto the Primal Beast, though.
Got a BKB, but what's that really going to do? Irving's going to go down anyway.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense at all. Just to put that on cooldown. Even now, when he comes up, he's going to have 40 seconds without it. They're going to be praying that Roshan's up. Not quite. And Hart, his job is basically, well, my Primal's dying in a place where he probably shouldn't have been. Let's shove out mid. Let's try and stall this game out a little bit further.
But you need to get yourself geared up for this next Roche on Team Bright. You're not sure where it's going to spawn. You at least do have a pretty easy way to scout with the Naga illusions, but you need to now be taking a discussion between the team on how we need to execute that Roche fight. Because if you don't, and Cactus get the Aegis and they get the shard, you bet they're going to go high ground. And Naga's not at that stage where she can, like, 1v5.
And they want to guarantee that Roshan. They just bought the gem as well on Undying, I believe. It's coming out to him now. He's got the plate mail just for a little bit of that value. He's just doing a bit of patrol of the lane, see if there's any sort of deep vision down, and secure that area around the Roche pit. He's actually dodged the one place that they had an observe ward set up inside of the ancient camp area. Got to be careful he doesn't get picked off here.
It'd be nice to be able to get the gem. As soon as they see the action, the call is just going to be retreat. Song will still be used to also get the tombstone. Do they want to stick around afterwards? Summer popped the beacon up the higher jump, but there's the jump him. It's a pretty decent ravage. The flop, Tendy's are going to be there as well, and Hart, he's just getting beat down. No one is nearby to protect him as now Butterfly Effect. He can start to chase down some of the remaining members, or can they turn it around? Phoenix off the back of the BKBs, they'll get the damage. Fury's down, but Phoenix, he's in some trouble. Tries to wait for the Bloodstone, will get it out at the last second, but they completely surround the pony. Wait, Jumi's beyond godlike? What's an Undying doing beyond godlike? Regardless, it does not matter. Cactus, 4 going down, all they lose is Summer once again, and now they can get some damage into the high ground.
I mean, they're going to be rocketing Roshan. They're going to see that it's coming back up, and, well, unluckily for them, they're not going to force out at least the glyph onto the high ground, but instant backwards rotation coming through. Jumi, with his Beyond Godlike streak, looking to try and 1v1 Roshan. I mean, that was just desperation around the fact that they saw this gem and they felt like, we're losing way too much of our map already. We don't have any towers to be able to play around with. Let's see if we can find that quick pick off. But the rest of Cactus were just there. They were there to be able to respond.
Husk again is looking for a steal.
He's got the blink at least this time. Looking to try and cancel it is Mr. Clockwork.
Oh, well done.
No steals here. Oh, he's caught. He's stuck.
Oh, no. So, A just picked up on Summer.
Shard, assuming the DP.
Yeah, I think so. Lane,
oh,
that's the real Naga.
Oh.
Whoa. All right. Very nicely done.
Run
They're
away.
taking into the outpost, though.
Tide's coming. He's got Blink Tendy. Even give him the boots. Oh, saving Private Heart. Gonna have a purple heart after this one.
Wow, very cute.
I know I am.
Is that, but does he get it or does the Dino get it for saving him?
Pretty sure he gets it. It's when you're injured in battle, the purple heart.
Oh, okay.
Get like a medal of bravery or courage or something if you're the Dino in the right position at the right time. He's just trying to find anywhere on the map to find his like towers, team.
Phoenix is going to be cautious if he reveals himself. Already used the Galapnir though, so they won't be able to chase down the less shack, but this game seems like it's getting mighty out of control. Like, they're addressing for this late game insurance to be able to deal with the Naga. I don't know if we're ever going to fill all of her net worth in some of these fights.
I mean, right now it feels like her main goal is to just kind of exist in a lot of these fights. Like, she's gone pure stats, basically. And even into the BKB after that, just so that she's not getting locked down, I guess? I mean, there's nothing really... Again, the magic damage on Cactus isn't that high right now, you know? Maybe they think it is because of Jumi being beyond godlike, but he's even going to Shivas himself. You get what I mean, though, right? Like, this just doesn't feel like the sort of game where you really need a BKB. You need to start outputting a lot more damage than just living.
Oh. Yeah, because he's going to die to the Death Prophet and the Nature's Prophet.
Yep. So what can you go? Like a butterfly? Would be horrible. BKB worked on all of your illusions, then sure, BKB until your heart's dead, but not this time. Maybe he's relying... Radiance Naga Siren, bring it back.
Oh god, don't
bring it back. Yeah, please don't.
Oh, they're gonna go high ground off the back of this Arcane on Butterfly Effect. Yep. They do have an issue with dealing with the waves. We're probably just gonna see a glyph pop then. Oh, Radiant might aggressively glyph, I suppose. There we go, aggressive glyph. Not gonna have to worry about the backdoor protection. Top's also getting shoved in as well, so eventually they'll have that inside the base. So they might be able to get two full sets of barracks here.
I don't think they will. They'll have backdoor protection. Naga
actually
Illusion
taken a while.
cut it, yeah. Rubik was up there as well, I believe, using the Nature's Call to be able to stop this next wave.
Okay.
So they'll get one. It's just the delay game. So, I mean, you gotta say, Bright are doing a decent job at being able to, like, stall this out.
Yeah.
I really just feel like, again, Naga needs to do damage, and she ain't right now. She's got the BKB coming out to herself. She's almost level 20. That's not really going to change too much of anything. And now she's got the Butterfly.
Maybe the Scepter on Irving will change something. Like, that's going to help out with your damage against the Tide with getting the break. So, what's going on here? TZY, speaking of the Tide.
They instantly
They've
TP
got
to the outpost.
to TP2, and I mean, the Lesh is just, that's an easy wave. No one's nearby. They'll turn with the Ravage. They'll be able to kill the Rubik. Still, TZY is going to go down. Summer might be in some trouble now. Radiant, they're starting to connect to top, but Dire, they're also too late. What a hook shot. Fish King catches Phoenix out in the tree line, blocking off the escape from Irving as well. And he bought out for the Scepter. So this is going to be a Dino without a buyback. And Dire, there was just no Tusk and no Naga to be seen.
Little unfortunate, isn't it? Like, you have to split up on the map to be able to claw back this net worth lead, because they all still just need to go in onto the one person. Their draft is very, like, ball up together, move on forward. So you're going to get probably 2 lanes worth.
They might be able to get Summer.
Okay.
The team is very split. They've got some TPs. There's one coming out. Are they going to stick around?
He's got BKB and Song to be able to get away, but got to be careful with that hook shot. Although
he's going to be forced to do something, I think.
Nope.
Because he's actually coming from the north. Maybe an angle they wouldn't expect.
Nah, team's not there. It still goes, though.
Oh, it's a... Ooh, no mana for Cogs.
Yeah, no boys.
Dude, that was a great hook shot, though. If he had Cogs... I mean, they're probably just Song and still run away. You'd be happy with forcing Song.
Honestly.
Yeah, probably true. Get the kill then run away, but... They're stalling, like you said. They're doing a great job, but... kind of stall for what, in a way? Like,
oh, even the Clockwork's going to have Ags soon. Oh, come on, he had it queued up for a second. I wanted to say that as a response to the Naga Siren. Just that AoE battery assault as well feels kind of nice to be able to deal with the illusions a little bit. The rocket flare going here, there, and everywhere.
Let's see, maybe Dial. Fight on fire with Ravage still on cooldown.
Shots back up already.
Up by the triangle. They're going to get a glimpse of Heart, but a nice side set puts the hook shot on cooldown. Aggressive blink in from TZY. They want to make the start onto the Naga Siren. She's pretty goddamn survivable. An early use of the BKB, and they just want to retreat now by the looks of it with the Exo committed. Butterfly effect. Trying to get into the middle of the team fight, but won't be able to hold anyone into place. It is a bit of a win indeed. Yes, they used the BKB on Heart for it, but not the worst thing.
Even going into the Silver Edge on Heart next, to make himself a little bit more elusive.
I think you have to rely. Yeah, but you got to rely on the primal. He went.
I know, but that's why they're doing it. I feel.
Yeah.
Almost level 20 as well.
Right, I got to smoke up and support's a pretty good position. Pop the smoke. They want to protect the Clockwork. Ravage is ready from TZY. Oh, he jumped into the stun. So TZY won't be able to play around. It's got a refresher though, so it might catch him off guard. They need to take the Tide completely out of the equation, but they don't have the damage just yet. First Ravage is out. Can he get the second before he dies? TZY will activate a pump fake it. There goes the ultimate. It'll secure the kill onto the Lesh. The Bright, it's an all-out retreat. The signal's been called and they should be able to escape, but the control lacking. Heart. He wants to go back in. Heart, they feel strong.
Godlike
Get rid of the Undying. Maybe to turn to Butterfly Effect as well. He'll have the Ensnare up, surely. Butterfly Effect's pretty speedy. He's got the BKB as well, and they'll force it out. So some signs of life here for Bright. They'll also get the Clockwork as well. So a third member that is going to go down inside that team fight.
I mean, the Shadow Blade paid dividends. Was able to get him right in onto the front lines to be able to deal with them. Even got out that refresher on the Tide Hunter as well. I was thinking, oh, he was so close to being able to land another pipe. And to me, it's still just about, can you delay out these BKBs? That's the main goal that they really need to be playing around now on Cactus, because they're kind of strong enough. You know, they're clawing back this net worth lead a little bit. You've got the break to be able to deal with the Tide Hunter a little bit easier. So can you look to get away? Can we afford to see like more 4-staffs coming out? Even from a Tide Hunter, I wouldn't hate to see it. Look at that Dying's build. Greaves, Shivas. Get your wand, brother. I mean, not your wand. Force.
What? You want to force staff in his inventory?
Yeah. Why not?
Brother wants a gem though. Come on, it's the best item.
Oh,
We got one gem on Undying, and wait, hang on. He's about to have a scepter. All right. So what's the call? Is this just like another...
Who's scepter?
Another tool...
Oh, Tusk.
Tusk.
You said Undying, and I was like,
Sorry. Is this another tool just to reset fights? Like if Nature's Prophet jumps in or TP's in, you kick him away, or if DP activates Exo, you kick him away, or are they maybe gearing up for isolating one person and blowing them up on an eventual push? Because
it's hard to say.
More than like...
Yeah, like it doesn't feel like they want to take an honest fight, right? They want to run away when you've used everything and we've got the ability to reset. The one exception to that would have been if they could get some sort of high ground vision set up to the right of the Roche pit. Now with this Aghanim's on the Tusk, maybe you use that to kick someone back, quickly pick them off, hope they don't have buyback, and actually look to contest into Roshan. They'll get their first tier 2 as well on the bottom side.
Woo. Outpost control, baby. The buyback start is pretty important by this Roche, and whoever gets the outpost control. Only a couple buybacks throughout this game. It's going to be the Rubik, Dino, and the DP. Look at Heart's positioning.
Just a couple seconds left on the Shadow Walk. He made sure to get rid of that Cloak of Flames as well, so that it's not going to reveal when he's hiding in the tree line.
Yeah, they've got a bit of a pep in their step, right? Really the first time we've seen them posture as a team aggressively inside Cactus's own territory. Feeling strong enough off the back of that previous successful engagement.
They're just waiting for anyone to step out of position, because they're going to get kicked back the second that they do. Irving actually ends up using the Pulverize just to take that a little bit faster if they find this initiation in onto them, or even if they just go into Roshan and take it incredibly quickly. The lack of that is going to be huge.
Okay.
Yeah, they will, but
they know what's going on.
5 seconds on Pulverize. Probably takes about that long to get there.
It's falling fast. Oh, wow.
DP got the axe.
Fight Irving. He charged through the pit. They're going to try and identify the Undying issue. They'll bring him down to start the fight. Now, the Clockwork's just brute forcing into the middle as well. Early usage out of the BKBs. Heart's going to be able to activate the song and look to reposition. He can't run up the high gun into the Clockwork. It's going to avoid him and go through the river instead. They've dealt with both supports, and do they feel strong enough to go back in? The Exo has expired. This could be the final opportunity they've been waiting for on Bright.
They got Ravage.
On top of the Death Prophet, Heart trying to address him. The Ravage
stolen
though. How can they look to utilize it? Imitator's going to try and get to the middle. He gets clipped as well, but it's not going to matter. They've been able to deal with the first fight, but they don't have Heart, their main damage source. Still, it's going to be up on the back of Irving. Tries to charge on 4, but the Satanic activated with Nature Prophet stands strong. Butterfly effect with him as well. They've got the damage out of the two heroes. Yes, you dealt with the cause.
Tendi.
They are too strong. Oh, very close. So the supports go down on Cactus, but it's a cause that reigns supreme for them.
More importantly, it's that Naga Siren that went down. And just, I want to have a bit of a look at that fight recap in terms of the damage, and that's the real one that I'm looking at. No damage on the Naga Siren. This is the hero that you're looking to address all this time, and I just really feel like she hasn't done enough with the amount of net worth that you've looked to pump into her. You know, you can't just be a song bot and...
Kickback potentially? Okay, into Phoenix's stun.
Primal could buy back.
Oh, Summer, he's going to go down. They wouldn't even need to buy back. Again, this is a fight without Ravage and without Exo. That's a deep attempt. And right, there we go. The Dino buyback, and they need a retreat. Jumi's going to get caught out from the Split Earth. Fish King stuck inside the base as well.
Found him.
Irving, he wants a core and he'll get him. Irving, what a read. Goes for the +1. He wants the core instead of the supports, recognizing the rest of the team can address these members. So he'll get the +1 in TZY.
Look at that line being drawn. Get these creeps out of my base. I just want to be able to push. I want to be able to farm. I want to be able to take some objectives for once this game, because it really feels like the creeps have been doing the majority of the work. It's just been delay, 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 and Well, there's the value, of course, of the Tusk Aghanim Scepter. Just one single hero repositioned, and they just feel a little bit too strong. What a hero to be able to catch as well. Couldn't get off the cheese, couldn't get off the Satanic. The chain's done there, even without the Primal Beast buyback, until they were even deeper.
Say one of the best heroes to get cut off to start the fight. So we'll see if they can look to utilize that tool now on this high ground push. No time for 25. He will have Ravage on the respawn. Oh, hang on, Death Prophet. Backing all the right click damage. Butterfly Effect tries to turn to get the Siphon off. He's repairing a lot of the damage at the moment. BKB's going to get activated for hard and he'll get no real value out of it. Summer though wants to catch up. He's got the Sprout and the Glyphony leashed together. Going to be able to cut his way through. They want to get into the middle of the team fight though. Hook shots up shortly here from Fish King. He needs the angle and he needs someone to make sure they don't block him hard. He's not going to sidestep it. They've caught the Naga, but where's the team? Butterfly Effect's a little bit too late. Summer's a little bit too late as well. They'll get the Rubik, but it looks like Hart will be able to just juke out to the south.
Okay, they chose to commit onto a Rubik instead of the Naga Siren. Kind of surprised, but at least the Rubik doesn't have buyback Naga just short of hers as well. Even just looking to cut an additional wave through to keep that farm up, maybe to get enough for that buyback. 170 gold. No Exorcism. I don't think they're going to care. Butterfly Effect probably dies if he doesn't have that Axe Blessing as well. He's able to just get back enough HP from the Ghost.
Tusk? Whoa, look at the damage! He's going to try and buy back, but the Ravage is beautiful from TZY. He's got a nair to the one. Holding the Naga inside the cogs. Heart's going to go down. He's going to buy back. We saw what happened prior when Cactus dived a little bit too far. They need to respect the respawns out of Brighton. Looks like, unfortunately, TZY will be the sacrificial lamb along with Jumi's Undying. So that's a big window, though. A dieback on Heart, and that could just be the game over.
It could, but you also have to think coming back the other way. You know, maybe they feel like this is a bit of an all-in play right now. You know, you bought back on everyone. You've been able to expend 2 Ravages, and they don't know it, but DP doesn't have enough for buyback. Nature's Prophet just does because I think did he sell something? Or I'm not sure, but he just has enough for buyback right now, 700 gold. So if he starts to buy towards this next item, he can put himself in a really dangerous position. It almost, with these Observer Wards up as well, it almost could be rack time. They want to try and force buybacks back the other way, though.
I know there's a ward inside the base. Undying's looking for that pick.
I mean, they know there's no creeps, though, so you're having to fight into this backdoor protection for now. Irving just trying to...
the ward.
I mean, yeah, that clears out the fact that there's a little bit of vision there. All right. They're happy to give up 1. They know that they've got this big win condition. No use bleeding heroes slowly. Summer, of course, no TP. Yeah, I think it's fine.
Creeps.
It's fine.
Even set in regards to, I suppose, the objectives, minus the tier 2 still being up for Cactus top. A lot of the vision for... They haven't been able to deal with the map. Irving now has a gem, so...
It's so much back and forth. Like, one team runs at one, then the other team does, then the other team just goes and runs right back at the Phoenix. He's going to be 20 gold short of buyback off the back of the camp that he just picked up here. Looking for some power runes, perhaps. I mean, they really do need to just be waiting for this Ravage, though, on TZY. Like, there's no rush. You've got 5.5 minutes until this Naga is going to have that buyback available for herself. So why not just take it slow? Take the outpost, set up vision, force a bad movement, because this is twice now that they've run back into the base and been kicked into harm's way.
Yep. Go play a little bit more disciplined Dota here from Cactus. Maybe even hope that... You just buy Daedalus on Summer? I think so, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so big damage item for him. But it means he bought out, so he doesn't have a buyback, which really could be a vital thing for this Nature's Prophet to always be able to join the team no matter where they're fighting if they break him down to start.
They really want to get Irving into his level 25 it just puts so much more pressure onto the Clockwork to be able to hit that hook shot perfectly. It's probably going to reach the point where he needs to buy out this Refresher Orb. Like, if you can get Nature's Prophet without any status resistance, without being able to pop the Satanic, without being able to stop that Pulverize from happening. Where's the Tusk? Undying.
Of course, they group up. TZY is so ready for the Ravage. Maybe they're considering about just using it solo onto the Lesh. Comes the push, though. Tombstone as well. In a pretty powerful position where it's going to be difficult to address it.
They're going
to kick it back, though. Can they even blow him up from 4 to 0? They might be able to. Butterfly Effect's going to buy back, but he doesn't have Exo. TZY looking to play around with the second Ravage. Refresher activated, but he's dying as well. Another defense that goes the way of Bright.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting him to live a little bit longer there on the DP. I suppose just having the BKB and the Shivas as defensive items, despite having that Exorcism running the entire time, they were still able to get that quick pick. Just chain stun into chain stun into chain stun. That gets Irving his level 25 as well. He does buy the Refresher Orb too.
And the Lesh. He just hit 25. He's got the Diabolic Edict's explosion, so more damage inside the BKBs.
And 2 buybacks as well. So now kind of swings back the other way. They know that Roshan has the potential to be up. So let's look to try and get out on the map. They'll see that there's vision up here. They'll look to get rid of it.
Someone's TPing in.
Can they set up some wards on this high ground, though? That's what I want to know.
Importantly, they'll get the outpost, though. So there's a location for them to buy back in TP2 for this Roche fight.
What's up? It's got everything. So, top lane being addressed. Mid lane, it's already been addressed. Even just the Havoc Hammer with how big Primal Beast is at this stage. It's going to do a good job.
Phoenix are going to start on the pier. Human's going to be able to give them vision, so they're well aware. Wait, that's aggressive jump in from TZY. Summer's going to follow up as well. Whoa! Phoenix just evaporates.
Tip it into the mid wave. Didn't get spotted out immediately, but
Bottom's getting shoved in.
It is. I saw it previously. I was like, oh, someone can look to deal with it. Maybe the Leshrac before he looks to join the rest of the boys. They're just a matter of waiting for these cooldowns.
Oh, TZY. That's a big target. That's a lot of their teamfight control. They might be able to get rid of him with the break. Can he activate the Refresher before he dies? He's not going to be able to. Now Summer as well is in trouble. They got the Pulverize going through the BKB. Another round of it from Irving. He's going to look to buy back as well. This is a heavy commitment out of Cactus. Can they get some value though? TZY into the middle. Ravage used Butterfly Effect along with Summer's right-click damage. Down goes Heart. That's a dieback on the Naga. Bright, it's an all-out retreat. They won't be able to escape though. Irving's considering about charging to the middle. Maybe with the help of Phoenix nearby, they might be able to do it with just 2 of them against the world. Irving again gets the control.
Satanic disarm.
Set up for the damage on the last track, and now they'll drag back TZY. It's Bright. What a team fight. Down the numbers, it doesn't matter. Charging forward, they go for another, but Butterfly Effect.
2 seconds
off.
off.
Different beast. This man is not easy to kill off. Hook shots on the mark, and the damage is there. 3 for 3.
Everyone's dying.
Galore. Irving wants more, though. He wants revenge. Pulverize is still there for the taking. He's not going to see an opportunity to look to turn. It's a Death Prophet. Wanting to chase down the Imitator. Do they have the detection?
Yeah, Clock's got it.
They don't. It's going to be off the back of Fish King, in fact. Hook shot's up in a couple of seconds.
He's just running out of mana. That's how long the fight's gone.
Oh, he's going to be there. They'll get the kill. Big one for DP. That's another dieback. 120 seconds without the Rubik. I don't even know who came out on top. When Dive, you take a look at the gold recap, they got more gold out of it, but...
Oh, there was enough. The fight was long enough, but there was probably about 3 fight recaps in all of that. And, well, they're just going to try and 2-man this Roshan. They know that there's no buybacks on all of these Bright heroes. The only one that does is the one that's still alive, because if Irving died, he probably would have used it as well. You gotta give it to the clock.
Oh, we got everything on this Roche.
Give it to the clock. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Don't Don't you
You
dare drop
might
it in
give it to
base.
Tide. He's got
Yes!
Substitute
Yes, he used it. Let's go, Fish King.
So
Give him the AoE battery assault.
Who do you give Refresher Shard to, though? Of course,
He's got it
Tide
still.
can't take it. Yeah, but who would you prefer, though? On
DP for sure.
Or, yeah, okay.
I think just having that extra BKB is going to be so vital. The way that they're killing Nature's Prophet is chain stunning him 100-0. A Refresher's not going to change that. That's going to make you even squishier, if anything.
So, with all this chaos, Naga's buyback is back up, and she's the only one in the game that has it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what did... Primal's close. He bought something. Not sure. Shivas?
Oh, man.
They have... Why do they have 3 Shivas on Bright?
Shiva good?
I don't chilly, you know?
Yeah. Not gonna cool it down. Chill in the bones. We'll see if the ice in the veins is another thing they've got as well. Been a difficult game for Bright. And I would the fact that they have made this even a close game, because for a while it was looking really scary, like a 20,000 lead for Cactus, where they had the full set of barracks mid, where they were pressuring top, but multiple deep dives cost them heavily. This is why this game is so goddamn close 53 minutes in.
They're still, both teams are still looking for a pickoff, right? And both teams aren't going to give the other the opportunity to do it. Like Undying, he's babysitting Heart on this bottom side of the map. They're just looking to try and rat out with this mirror images. He's gone fully talented into them in terms of the damage, in terms of the Riptide damage, in terms of the cooldowns, how many of them are spawning. So they're trying to force them back, but they're not going to take the bait. Undying's back. Who can he get this time? He's going to need to pop the BKB if he's going to stop the kick.
Oh, and he's in. They get the cogs on the Heart as well. Not the greatest first Ravage.
Any
it should
pickoff's
secure
good,
the
though.
kill nonetheless on the task.
No buyback.
And that's what they need. They need this kickback to be able to isolate one of the cores and bring them down. So
That's the perfect target.
okay.
Actually given the shard over to Summer. And Exorcism's running a little low.
Gonna
They
be
got
okay
the
for the
10D.
moment. Aggressive jump in from Irving. But the BKB is going to be activated. They might be able to turn to the Naga. Siren again. The Ravage holds it down. Is the Heart going to be enough to keep the Naga alive? He's in some trouble. Won't have an opportunity to activate the song, but Butterfly Effect is split from the team. Gotta be cautious though, because the magic immunes, they're starting to expire, so it means that Phoenix and Irving, their damage is further going to ramp up inside these engagements. They'll kill the Death Prophet out the once, but Heart, he just pulled back and he's in trouble. Protects himself for the song. They're all grouped up, but can they get any value of how close they are together? Phoenix has a split earth to work with, connects onto 2.
Primal.
Irving's going to look to rejoin as well. Crashes straight into the middle of the team fight, but he too might just die as well as Fish King finds an angle for the hook shot. He's able to jump in forward. Summer's not getting the damage out for the moment. The split earth is continuing to be a really big issue with the AoE controllers providing the fights.
No buybacks left.
And Phoenix though looking to turn. Can they really bring down Butterfly Effect? Oh, that's a beautiful cogs. It protects the Death Prophet enough. The Tidehunter will still go down, but the Death Prophet's able to reposition, but Summer wants to stand strong. Looks to activate the Satanic. They'll kick it back to the higher ground. Another round of the Pulverize. And down goes the Naga. Ooh, down goes the Prophet.
Oh. Even, I mean, without the Tusk, they're still able to make that happen. They're just making it so annoying to have to play into this high ground with the split earth, with the buybacks. I saw Rubik and Tusk just had to go back to the fountain a couple of times just to get mana with how much they were spamming things out on the front lines. Rubik, he was able to steal the Tendrils of the Deep. Imitator has been doing a great job with those Ravage steals so far, but...
Oh, hang on.
DD
There's
top.
a DD. Can they end with this? No buyback NP or tie.
Gotta think about it.
Go. Wait, Lesh got a Deso. They're all in. They're all in. They have to end now.
Deso Lesh. One more wave, just to prevent any kind of backdooring shenanigans. And then all in. Swaps it in. Not even blink. They got a big creep wave as well. Clockwork's gonna need to
Exo's
pop that
back
overclock.
up. They're going to kick the Undying into the middle. Tombstone will be laid down on Death as well, but he's got a buyback. Meanwhile, Butterfly Effect, I mean, that is the main person that cannot die, but they're not hitting buildings, though. That's the big thing. The buildings aren't going down, so the respawn's going to be up shortly. Butterfly Effect, that's a second round of the X, so you need to start respecting this Death Prophet's damage. They're going to look to kite out to the right side, but with the BKB expiring, chain controls there, the damage as well. Down goes the DP, but again, Cactus, they will have the full 5-man force very shortly.
Again, like you said, no buildings hit. So they're basically at full HP. Nature's Prophet's alive. Who can Undying catch?
Jump in. Whoa, hang on, Butterfly Effect, he just pulled back. Fish King to the rescue. TZY, a Ravage. Is it going to really be able to provide them anything? Second Ravage onto 4. But there's no damage for
reset.
Everyone slept. Everyone is slept.
Oh, he's going to get caught. It ran out.
Telekinesis sends him down to the low ground, but what a force staff. No way. No way he gets out.
What is this game?
The Rubik plays Summer. The Silver's Edge about to expire. Did they get a glimpse of him? They didn't. They didn't see him.
Oh,
Holy shit,
what is happening? It's just back and forth. It's like a freaking yo-yo, man. Both teams just on the back of a pickoff. What are we saying?
We're going 60. We have to go 60. At this stage, it's just no one's going to push with all the diebacks. No one has like a window. So welcome to 60 minutes. I'm not jinxing it. I swear we are going 60.
So I'm a little disappointed, surprisingly enough,
you?
in this game. I haven't seen Clockwork use overclocking once. He's been great with his hook shots, don't get me wrong, but I just haven't seen the spell come out just yet. Maybe he thinks that the BKB is going to stop himself from getting stunned at the very end of it, or again, at the very minimum, stop the Leshrac and the Primal Beast damage from coming through, but it don't. It goes through that BKB, so we'll see what ends up happening. He's also level 25 as well, so he's going to have that spell immunity inside the cogs. He really wants to be able to try and catch Phoenix if possible.
Whoa. Hang on, they're coming. They've got the buyback advantage here for Cactus. Yeah, my bad. Don't get this outpost, please. Oh, they're going to see Imitator with the train. Instant Glimmer Cape and looking to escape. They still have a ward inside the base as well from Radiant, which...
Look at how much value he's putting on the telekinesis as well. Like, most Rubiks are going to be like, you know what, I want that spell amplification, but no. It's telekinesis. Like, that saved the Naga Siren. He'd used it in his past fight. Naga wouldn't have been able to buy back. That might have just been... I would say that might have been game, but it might have been game about 5 separate times now.
Maybe he's kicking himself that he doesn't have the other level 20 talent with the telekinesis land distance, but regardless, that smoke is not going to connect from Cactus.
I mean,
either sides are on the opposite river, though.
You don't want to be on low ground.
Yeah. That rocket flare is huge. Boy, piece through the two of them. Fish King onto the Rubik. Meanwhile, inside the left side of the fight, though, Jimmy's in some trouble. They've been able to address
Didn't get off his first tomb.
2 fights breaking out simultaneously. Phoenix, though, importantly, is onto the Nature's Prophet, but he's not going to be able to blow him up because it's
they're isolating.
Effect that goes down. The 2 fights are working out for Dire because Irving's onto TZY. He just never got an opportunity for the Ravage.
They're still trying for the rat, though, on the bottom side. Summer summons a bunch of Triads, uses that to push in a little bit. Oh, he might be able to get one more set off, but he's actually forced to defend. Oh, never mind, he went in deeper.
They got the kickback onto TZY. There's a Ravage, but there's no one there to follow up. With
Big
Summer being forced down bottom, there was no help with the Ravage, so that is a big ultimate on cooldown, but they do have the refresher.
Lesh is back as well.
There's the refresher used. TZY, Summer's going to get kicked in the middle. It's all on the back of the Nature's Prophet. It start getting the damage out. But the BKB, she won't be able to. Irving holds him into place.
Satanic.
Summer needs to try and turn with the Satanic. Will look to activate it, but he's not getting enough health back. Summer can't do it against the world. They've got some buyback still to look to utilize. Do they respect these?
One more Tendy.
They find an angle for it. Irving, he just wants to go for the clockwork instead. There's the overclocking. A great use. In fact, Irving's going to go down as a result to the magic immunity. To die back for him as well. But the Song could be able to set up for the stun. They don't chain it well together. And now it means that Summer's free.
They don't have that break anymore.
Doesn't get him out of the Sprout. The split earths are still raining down. They need to be concerned about all the AoE control.
Tendy!
The forced up to reposition, but again, the Tendy's able to get stolen, holds two into place. Summer's still beating them down, but no one cares about the Nature's Prophet. Her damage is just not enough at this stage of the game.
What's the Dire base looking like? It's getting hit as well. Do you go for an all-in play here? Nature's Prophet. He's gone Rapier. He's going to go base.
He's going to. What's a TP status like?
He doesn't have a BKB.
It's only the Naga. Okay, wait.
He comes back.
Okay, we chill. Oh. I thought that was someone else on the Lesh's TP. Holy shit.
I'm bouncing in my seat, bro. Shit. We don't even have 60-minute items yet. And there's still just one person with buyback. Oh, Naga's nearly got hers, though. That's pretty important.
It's a cycle of buybacks.
Yeah.
No.
I've said from, like, what was it? The 25-minute mark, it's just been a yo-yo the entire game. And they're going to get an Aegis off the back of this as well.
Are they?
Phoenix? I don't know, man. I mean, Naga can't get there. Oh, he's got a haste as well. He's got a haste coming through. He can get here fast enough.
He's going to be able to get there. Summer turns. Start of the Hex. Can they get the perfect amount of damage? Phoenix is in trouble. It's going to buy back, and they've got the outpost to TP2. Heart's going to be able to address the tomb. Some of the song, they should get Roche off the back of this as well. What's the call, though?
Do you have the item slots for it?
Escape, and someone needs the Aegis. He popped Refresher for the second song. Great micro play from Heart, but Butterfly Effect, they are out.
Oh.
In fact, Summer's to bottom. He's going through the backdoor protection. What the hell?
He's got the force boots as well.
Am I getting him? Did he get a glimpse? He got a glimpse!
Oh. He didn't 10D. He didn't 10D. Oh, what is this game? What is this game? I mean, they nearly got them on the retreat as well. He had the Aghanim's Blessing backpacked, so he would have been able to get that net to the BKB TP out. But, I mean, you can't ask for people to do these things in the spur of the moment when it's this intense, when it's this back and forth. If win probability isn't 50-50, I don't know. It's 42-58.
That's close enough. That's good enough.
Book of the Dead, that's just the one game it's pretty good for it. Just send him down the lane.
There he goes.
Oh. Gotta keep Book of the Dead. Yeah, we go. Just keep it backpacked. What is Phoenix doing with this courier? Oh, he's sending it out. Okay, never mind. Fallen Sky, pretty big. More tower damage for starters. Does Tide still have his Meteor Hammer? Okay, so he sold it. You never know, alright?
Yeah, I get it.
They are getting a little unlucky with these neutrals, though, on Cactus.
At least we got one Giant's Ring.
Oh, give it to the Tide, surely. I mean, probably DP, to be honest.
Yeah, I wonder who takes it, because the free pathing is really important from either.
Clock's got it. That's a big clockwork.
Do you like...
I don't hate it. You can walk out of your own cogs.
Yeah. I don't even know what the hell to keep track of at this stage. Well, we've got a couple of buybacks up. Undying is the only one for Radiant. For the boys on Bright, Naga's got a buyback, Tuska's got a buyback as well. Are there any crazy tier 5s that you can see that might change the status of this game?
Yeah, Book of the Dead. Best item.
Alright, shut up. No troll.
I mean, maybe the Book of Shadows, just if they're able to lock in onto someone, like it means that you're not actually able to right-click them down, you can't target them. I'm pretty sure the DP spirits can't hit either. What level is Rubik? Almost level 28, so not quite going to have that landing distance as well.
They're calming down.
Undying's almost level 25 as well.
Yeah.
Having that additional life is going to be huge. He does have the buyback, of course, but just having the additional life on top of that, they could just go for the Fallen Rat. They could just...
And I think they
Rat
are.
Megas.
They might even get a ward inside the base as well, so it could catch the Tusk off guard. Great read from Dire, though.
They should see that this is happening, though, especially with that Crypt Swarm in.
Heart's going to run forward. So his Edge are going to be able to scout him out. He'll look to try and get the start of the Tide Hunter. Both sides are protected for the moment. Irving's going to charge into the middle. First use of the Ravage doesn't really provide them a whole lot. But where's the damage fall up inside the cogs? Irving's going to go down without a buyback.
Stolen Ravage.
They won't have the Dino. Stolen Ravage clips onto multiple, but then Arg gets caught out. He's got the Aegis. Can they set themselves off the back of the respawn? Stuck inside the Sprout, but he's still got the song to play with. He's not going to get out of the Sprout, though. Great use of the push away from Imitator. They want to go back in. What's the call? Tusk, he's also caught outside the base. He was trying to find an opening for the Walrus kick. The buyback at least. 4 on 5.
Gives Undying his level 25. Now he's got that reincarnate.
They got the Naga, but a great defensive telekinesis once again. It's going to be able to keep Heart alive for the moment. Undying, he's looking for the opening. He wants to kick, but who's the target? Well, they were the ward at least, so getting rid of some of the information.
You're not really that worried about the Tide Hunter anymore. Really feels to me like it's going to be that Nature's Prophet or the DP, but they might just have to back off entirely. Just looking to deal with a little of these creeps pushing into the bottom side of the map. They still have one neutral creep that they've yet to secure that neutral item from. Maybe that's going to be the difference maker. Maybe they need a Fallen Sky. Ah, damn.
I'd be down for a Fallen Sky.
Yeah, especially with Refresher on the Tide.
So, Tusk was the only one that just bought back. You did lose the Ages. I mean, it was about to expire now. I think importantly, we spoke about some of the levels. That is 25 and Undying, so he has the Reincarnation. And Butterfly Effect is about to hit 30. So that plus 8 Exorcism Spirits is a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And they did just get their last one, right? What was it?
The Seer Stone. Not horrible.
Okay.
Gives a lot of information.
Yep. What's the cooldown on it? Who's holding it?
60 seconds. Undying.
It's in the backpack.
So, okay. Tried to get that quick pick off. At this point of the game, does it come down to damage mitigation? Does Wraith Pact start to get value again? Just because the percent that you're able to reduce is actually pretty damn significant at this state. And you want to be hitting heroes, not a little measly totem.
Undying, he's wanting to scout them out. Imitator, they still have the Stolen Ravage. Can they get the opening off the back of this for the control? TZY's in a little bit of trouble.
Ravage in 2.
They want to turn to the Death Prophet. The BKB is going to be able to protect them. Summer's got a great spot on the high ground with the Nature's Prophet. They need to kite back to their side of the map, but the Naga's caught out in the river. Once again, a defensive telekinesis will keep them alive. They'll use the song as well. Is it the all-out retreat, or do they want to go back in? What is the call from Bright? Blockwork, he's stuck in the middle. Exo's going to get committed, though, from Butterfly Effect. He wants to try to find out the Naga. Hex is there. Heart's in a little bit of trouble. Another round of the Hex as well. Butterfly Effect. He'll pop the Refresher for the Snowball. Sucks him in. Protects him momentarily. Look at the pulverized damage. They'll be able to stand strong, though. Repairing Summer. Meanwhile, Summer again. Then on top of the Nature's Prophet. The repair damage is starting to stack up. That's where Phoenix is able to come into play, but the Sun holds him into place, and down goes Nature's Prophet. Not enough. Now with the Rapier on the deck. Who's going to look to snag this?
He's looking to rat.
Butterfly Effect is completely isolated. No one is nearby but the throne. Hang on, boys.
And Megas.
Get back, boy.
Maybe, I can understand. Maybe the game's starting to crash for these players just because there's so much going on throughout the map. Is Summer about to die?
Yeah, I like that, Irving. I agree.
Is Summer about to die? He does not have BKB. He's got Lincoln's, but he's used Satanic, and he just bought back.
Yeah, he's dead. Bye, Summer. Oh, my lord. They're going to have to do it without the Nature's Prophet.
They'll have Megas.
No one's got the Rapier. Still down.
Is it? No. And the gem.
All right, then. I need you to make my life easy. What do we look out for in these fights? What is the catalyst to success for Cactus and Bright?
Okay, I think they need to go... Clockwork needs to find a way to pick up that Rapier. Clockwork needs a Boots of Travel. They need to find a way to break backdoor protection. And then you stand inside of your cogs. You get that massive attack speed with the Rapier onto the throne and end the game.
It's a classic. I think everyone does it. They just want to check if somehow the Corys can pick up Rapiers, even though it has not been changed for such a long time. I don't blame him. Undying? Wait, hang on, that boat got kicked back. It's a pretty big kill. I think he's still got the Reincarnation to work with over the Undying. He's taking up a lot of spells for the moment.
There's
the Reincarnation. Let's see what they're able to do off the back of it, though. They'll turn to try and address Fish King. The Clockwork, he's going to go down easily, but he's got a buyback to help out. Lesh is lacking some mana, which could prove to be an issue for this longer drawn-out fight.
The clock's got
Easy
BKB
wide,
as
though,
well.
what can he do? Ravage, it's still on cooldown for the Tide Hunter. Messy fight once
Needs
again.
to pop
Two
BKB
approaching
on
out
top.
simultaneously. Fish King down to the right, able to reposition, but the BKB is going to be activated. He'll get out of danger, but Hart, he's onto the Undying. Can he stay alive long enough? The boys are doing a good job to cover his retreat. Die just want to turn to deal with the objectives instead. One tier forward left standing. Second one's about to fall as well, but the throne exposed. 30 seconds still, and then he just profits
edict's
alive,
out.
but it might be too long. Down goes TZ White. That's all of their AoE damage control. Butterfly effect. What can he do? Exo up in 10 seconds. Hart, he doesn't really have the damage for the throne just yet. They need to wait for the edict, which is still on cooldown, but they're just making all the space. 1/3 health, a quarter health left, and the throne will blow up in bright. They've done it. Coming back in.